welcome to week 6 of the Drisbowl review. It's the Mocarl and Conman show. I'm your host, Michael, joined as always by Conor. Conor, how are you?
Hello. I'm still good at the end of the week.
Nice, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I enjoy hearing it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real swell.
Cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So this week, you'll be surprised to hear we're gonna do the news, then we're gonna run down the shows, and then if we have time, we'll do a bit.
Sure.
Do you want to do a bit?
I'll do a bit.
I think we have a bit. Let's do a bit. We haven't done a bit in a while. We haven't done a bit in a minute.
We're like club oranges, full of bits.
So we're gonna do a bit. All right. So Conor, first of all, we're gonna go into the news.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Okay, there's a lot again this week. I think there was a lot last week as well. A lot of trades last week, and now we got some more miscellaneous news.
Yeah. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the? I think let's start with Richie. So Richie has a new logo.
Yeah.
Strange. Midway through the season to change.
Well, I mean,
I don't know that it's ever happened in fancy. Well, it definitely has happened in fancy. I'm pretty sure Danny changed his team name and logo.
I mean, when your logo is a dildo,
Mm.
and you can change it any time, and it's an improvement. So, props to Richie for that.
There was a small statement put up. I mean, you can read the statement yourselves. I'm sure you all have. I'm not going to read it out for you, but obviously Dell's fingerprints are all over this.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, well, he said it was Dell. Who made it?
Drunken fingerprints, I believe.
Mm. So Richie is no longer a dildo. I was actually looking at his crest earlier on. It's so good, the old one. The new one's really good
Dildo.
too. I'm a big fan of the new one. It's cool. But the dildo one, because I remember when Dell was designing that, and I can't remember exactly whose idea it was, but we were like, we need to put a little helmet on the dick. And I was just looking at it, I was like, oh, that helmet is so good. It's kind of like the Dolphins logo. You know when the Dolphins has the football helmet on? But he's wearing a helmet with a sun on it. Like, who is he playing football for? Yeah, so there's his little penis. Like, oh, that penis one with the wings. It's so good.
Who's the raccoon?
That was Claire's.
Fuck that. Let's say better. Some nice logos there at the top, the header of the Drisbowl Facebook page.
Yeah, so we really need to update that. Like, there's only about half of those that are still relevant. But I like the new logo. It's cool. I kind of wish he'd got it done beforehand. That's, obviously Dell has drawn it, so I'm not. No one's at fault really. But maybe hold off. I don't know. Mid-season is strange, but fuck it. Let Richie do whatever he wants.
Dell's a busy man. Don't rush him. Don't rush perfection. Heard it here first.
To copyright that. Alright, so let's keep going on with the news anyway. So next up we have Conor, you have some bad news.
Or you could frame it as I have some good news. So I'm finally freeing up some dead weight on my bench.
Okay.
But yeah, poor old Devonta, after weeks of him being like, oh, he'll be back soon. I'll be back. No, he's not coming back.
He's not coming back. Which is, he was your number 1 pick? Or your first? It's your second round pick.
Yeah, I'm now the only person without my first 2 picks.
Oh yeah, who's your third pick?
Rogers.
Oh yeah.
I came close to getting rid of him as well.
Jeez.
And I tried to make a switch with Dell last week. Rogers and Brown for Brady and Zeke. He didn't go for it though. So I got rid of Brown anyway.
Yeah, and then so he's out. So you're okay with that, but then that makes Tevin Coleman the number 1 running back in Atlanta. And then straight after this news, we hear that John and Danny have traded Beckham for Coleman. So Beckham has gone from your team to John's team for a week. Oh, was it 1 week or 2?
No, it wasn't my team.
No, sorry, it was Rob's team. Yeah, Rob's
team
to John's team to Danny's team.
Yeah.
He was at John's team for 2 weeks. He had one very good week and then one subpar week against me this week, but we'll get into that. So he's done, because he was talking about getting rid of him. It was an exclusive on this podcast, Conor, if you remember.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. I couldn't forget it. But yeah, I think Coleman has been like the number 1 in Atlanta.
Yeah.
For like since the start of the season, but he's not doing amazing. So I don't know.
Yeah, which is strange because that offense is fucking buzzing as well.
Yeah.
Like Matt Ryan is going ham, and the receivers are all getting touches and stuff.
I don't know. It'll probably work out for him. We'll see though.
Yeah, so it's a bold move from John because I think that's made him weaker at wide receiver again. But now he's got Coleman as a starting running back, and he's got James Conor as a starting running back, and he's got Matt Breida. So he's got 3 kind of starting running backs there. So he's probably happy. It would have been nice to get a quote from the boys on this, but well, I guess we're just going to have to see what way it plays out. And that's the news, I think. Conor, any other? No, you know the news. That's the news. All right, okay. Let's move into the matchups, the reviews. You excited about this week, Conor?
Oh yeah, I'm excited to talk about this week.
Okay.
We'll find out why.
Motion man Uzama. Dalton. End zone. Hauled in by Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals.
So that was Tyler Boyd with the touchdown as the Titans secured their first win of the season in a 114-99 matchup against the Hall and Assers. Rodgers, the Ghost, and new boy Boyd did enough to hand the elusive first win to the Titans in what Coach Moran will hope is the start of a run of winnable games. The Hall and Assers, however, will not be Boyd. After starting 4-0, they now have lost 2 games on the bounce, which has seen them dragged right back into the Luther quagmire. Conor, tell us about this. So you won. What was the feelings?
I think it's a victory for the league as a whole. That there's now no undefeated or unwinning teams.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's true. It was a bad look that we had 2 up to last week, and yeah, so it was about time. So who were your guys? So Tyler Boyd
Was a last minute addition to the team.
Yeah,
very much so.
It looks like he's going to carve himself a starting place full time. I would say
no real reason to drop him, but like just coming into the match on Sunday morning, it was between him and Lamar Miller, and I think Godwin as well. And I just made the right choice for once.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you played Godwin, you still would have won.
Yeah.
With 7. Actually, I think you would have lost if you played Godwin.
I won by.
Oh yeah, sorry, you won by
15 points nearly.
Yeah, no, yes. So you could have played Godwin too.
Could have played Miller either. Still would have won.
A good win for the Titans.
Yeah, top scoring player being. Apart from Rodgers, Gostowski.
Stephen Gostowski, 21 points.
Yeah, and he was only like he was having a good game, and then just at the end he got like a 50-yard and a field goal or something like that.
Yeah.
He got 2 good scores.
I wanna step on your stats. Have you got a stat about? I have one about Rodgers and Gostowski.
Go on.
That they scored. Was it 48% of your? No, was it 40% of your points or something like that? 43% of your points were Gostowski and Rodgers, and they came in the last 2 games of the week.
Yeah, well, they got 50 points there out of 114, so yeah, about that. That's good. That's what you want to see.
In a kicker quarterback combo. If you get 50 points from those 2 every week...
That's where it is.
Oh, you're laughing.
14 from the Jets as well. They started out pretty good. They got a TD in the first couple of minutes of that game.
Yeah.
So.
They are the number 1 defense in football as well, in fantasy football at the minute, so good work.
That's good. I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought the Bears still had that. It's good.
I think they got a bit of a drumming this week.
The worm has turned. It's Conor's season now.
Oh,
I'm coming for you, baby.
We're going to look up. Because like I said to you, you're only 1 game off of a playoff spot now.
Yeah, I'm coming for Shauna next week, who is not in my division, is she?
No.
Okay. Fuck you, Shauna.
But you know, a win is a win is a win.
Yeah.
You need the wins regardless of division or not. It would help to beat Shauna for your playoff chances.
Oh yeah.
So let's have a look at Daddy's team. Matt Ryan had a great game, 27 points.
Yeah.
And then Kareem Hunt had a great game with 24 points. I was watching that Patriots game.
That was a good game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Oh, I did have a stat about that game as well. That game was what is called a scorigami.
Okay.
So it's the first time that score was ever scored in an NFL game.
Oh, nice. What was it, 43?
40.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. There's a whole list of those. There's been, I think this is the 3rd game this year that's been that.
There's another one with the Patriots. It's the first game in NFL history where a team hasn't punted and didn't have a flag thrown against them.
Yeah.
In a full game. No, like in history of
Oh.
the NFL.
Was that this game with Kansas?
This game, yeah.
It's
No.
a historical game.
No punts and no fouls, which is pretty crazy. Mike Evans had a quiet game. Cooper Kupp, he had that bad injury. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that. No. Well, was that Sunday afternoon.
That was, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I didn't catch a lot of them matches.
It looked like he was done. It looked like it was like season ending. But then the fucker came back like fucking like half an hour later and he kept playing. But obviously he didn't do much. He only got 12 rush yards. Like, what? He's a wide receiver. Jimmy Graham, at one point during the Packers...
Yeah, there was like less than a touchdown between me and Danny.
Yeah, and it's
And I was
like if
don't throw it to Graham.
yeah, if he'd thrown like a long one, because Graham had a couple like long like runs
Yeah.
or whatever, so if he'd converted one of those, it would have been a lot closer, I
Yeah.
think. Justin Tucker, only 3 points from Tucker. There you go. Gostowski's fucking arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker, those the two. I mean, Tucker's the undisputed. The man's amazing, but Gostowski's probably close second. Rams defense 6 points. So like 99 points is still a good score. There was a lot of high scoring games or like teams this week and individual players, I think. So like usually in a game where someone gets 27 points and 24 points, you know, you're feeling good about it. But I think everyone was
seven teams with more than 100 points.
Yeah, very high scoring week, apart from a couple teams.
Yeah. Rob.
Let's have a look at the bench and see if... Alex Collins had a great game. 2 rushing touchdowns, 54 yards. So he's really he's making a claim for a starting place.
For the drop. I hope you enjoyed that Alex Collins drop. Brought to you by Tin Whistles.
Tin Whistles. You learned to use them as a kid, but never continued that endeavor.com. Mike Williams, who I think has had a few good weeks recently, did nothing. And Nick Chubb, who did nothing. What was on your bench? Randall Cobb was injured. Dion Lewis. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with like just Tennessee's running backs in general. Lamar Miller got 7 points for you. Oh, let's talk about Trubisky.
Yeah, I was looking at him and I was thinking like if Rodgers had a bad game and I lost, then that would have been his career finished.
Oh
in
yeah,
Toronto.
you would have just booted him.
Yeah.
That's so
Well,
funny.
booted him to the bench because I think his bye week's coming up anyway. But yeah, he's good to have there for the bye week, as long as he keeps it up. Could have some trading power coming into the playoffs if I'm out of contention there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Triple picks next year. That might be my second half of the season plan.
Apparently he played poorly. Like, he didn't look good, but he just put up like big numbers. So I don't know what that means though. Like, who were they playing against? The Dolphins as well?
Yeah.
That was a crazy game that they ended up losing.
Unfortunate for them.
They played 70 minutes in like fucking 35 degree temperature in Miami.
Yeah.
And now they're playing the Patriots or whatever next week. So everyone on Twitter was
In
like,
New
yeah,
England?
they fucking... No, I think it's in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, so, I don't know, Conor, what are you gonna... How do you feel your team is set now? Like, who's your ideal starting team? Have you any idea?
Probably the team that started this week. You know, there's a bit of availability on the flex. You know, depending on the matchup. Maybe Godwin might get a look in.
Yeah.
Sean Jackson didn't have he had an alright week. Christian McCaffrey, Bilal Powell. They're all flexible. McCaffrey had his worst week ever this year, so he didn't gel with the Titans straight away. So
He needs a little time. I want to ask you. So you've dropped Freeman.
yeah.
So I presume you're hitting the waiver wire.
Yeah.
The thing is that you also need a tight end, I believe.
Oh yeah. How do you know that?
I just looked at the next week.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. That'll also be on the wire.
Yeah, but what I'm asking though is what's the priority? Because I think it's Danny also needs a tight end. So do you go for the best available tight end? Or do you try to get the best player? Because you're gonna have a low waiver wire.
Me?
Yeah, you're still gonna be like
8th or 9th.
whatever away.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's done on.
It's based on
rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll still have like
I'm still 10th.
Yeah.
Or 9th.
Yeah,
So I'll
yeah.
be first or second in the waiver. Yeah. If it helps screw over Danny, I'll probably go for a tight end first.
Yeah, that would help me screw over Danny a little bit, but then we're bordering on collusion.
Might go for a juicy pick if you know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Connor.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite time of the week?
Of every week?
Of every week?
Oh, of course, it's keeping up with the Hineses.
This is Keeping Up with the Hineses.
So this is Connor. This is keeping up with the Hineses.
Yeah,
you know,
my favorite.
yeah,
segment of the week.
as we just discussed.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So this week, Connor, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, here we go. I love surprises.
This week on Keeping Up with the Hineses, we've actually got ourselves a live Hines on the show.
Yeah.
Connor, please welcome Barry Hines.
Welcome, Barry.
What's up? Great to be here.
Barry, we've been really excited to try and get a Hines on Keeping Up with the Hineses for a minute now. You know, we've reached out to a few people. It's been tough, so we're real glad that you took us on.
Stepped up.
And you got your favourite Heinz as well. So.
We got our favourite Hines. You know, you aim for the stars.
That's it.
Is it Tony Hines is your father?
Tony.
Yeah.
No,
Terry.
Terrence Hines.
Terry.
Terrence.
Terry. Yeah.
Very formal.
Yeah. I was going to claim he was, but I don't even know his name, so that's probably not something we can get away with. So Barry, it's Keeping Up with the Hineses. Tell us what's going on. You know, what's up? What's keeping up with you?
Oh man, I'm just flat out winning here. You know, 6-0. So that's all I've been doing.
Oh my god. What's your how many games did you lose last year?
That's 4, I think. Well, 5 including the final, I think it was.
Oh my god. So what's that like?
15-5.
It's like 20. Yeah. That's crazy numbers.
Can't complain. You know, I expected to do this. And I took the role on, so I did. So.
Yeah. So what was your NFL following before that? Were you heavy into it? Are you? Because we don't hear much from you. You know. So maybe you're low key the most heavy into the NFL person we know. Is that Is that where we fall?
No. To be honest, before last year, I didn't really pay much attention to it. I just followed the Packers, and that was it really. And then last year, I just looked at the stats, became a stats man.
Yeah.
Just went heavy on it, so I did. So because I had to beat you guys,
Yeah, well, I was, last year I was of the understanding that you would come in to my division and I would just steamroll the whole thing. And then you son of a bitch, you were too good, and I was like, God damn it, what do I gotta do? And then this year again, it's just you and me, just just leaving everyone behind.
Literally, I'm looking at the standings here, and everyone else in our division is just sucking ass.
It's so bad. What have they got? 4 wins combined between the rest of them.
It's not about the wins, it's about the taking part.
Points scored as well,
Yeah.
It's bad for the stringer.
There's, I think, is it my one is, I've scored 700 points, I think.
Yeah, 715.
Yeah, and then has Richie conceded 700?
Yeah.
701.
Yeah, so Barry, you're not the only Hines we were following at the minute. You are connected to one of them, though. Well, I guess you're connected to literally all of them, but you're connected at least fantasy-wise with Naeem. I believe he is your cousin.
Yeah, fourth cousin.
Fourth cousin. Yeah.
True marriage.
True marriage.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah. Well, how does that work?
I don't know, Michael. You tell me, man.
Yeah. You know what? I'll think about it.
You've got the notes.
I've got the note. I do have the notes.
We'll post a picture of the family tree on our YouTube video.
So
Yes.
And the only other Keeping Up with the Hines news that I have is it's the stock is up. Conor, if you remember last week, Hines stock was down a point. It's climbed a little. It's 0.4 up today. So
Great.
So Barry, how do you feel about the Hines family stock being up?
Good to see them making money,
Yeah.
I think it's mostly because of your 6-0 record.
Yes, I'd like to think that myself, Conor, so I would.
Yeah, so I guess that would contribute.
Sorry, what's my record actually? Sorry, I didn't hear it there. My record is what?
6-0.
6-0, yeah.
Oh, okay, no, I just, I like to make sure I'm right what I heard,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We thought there might have been faulty phone connection.
We're nothing if we're not accurate here.
Barry, while we have you for this section of keeping up with the Hineses, I wanna roll out a new segment.
Oh, okay.
Are you willing to partake in this new segment?
Yeah, if we keep it PG, I am.
All right, that's gonna take some editing on my behalf, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so without further ado, getting to know the coach. I'm gonna make this a new feature after our interview with John got such rave reviews. We got Barry in. We're gonna do it again.
That was Ask the Commish, so
that was a different. Yeah, this is a.
That was a great drop.
I couldn't
do the same.
It's not Ask the Commish. He's not the commissioner yet. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to get political at the minute.
Spring for power.
I don't want to get political, but Barry's a new guy on the scene. Maybe he runs. But we're not asking you if you're running yet. But Barry, here we go. We're gonna go with this. All right, okay. So Barry, it says here you're an Aquarius. How does that affect your coaching?
No, I am a Libra.
A Libra. Did you know that?
No, I don't think that's right.
No, it says Aquarius here.
Our notes are never
okay,
wrong.
let's roll with that. I'm Aquarius then.
Yeah. So I guess does that make you sassy? I don't understand.
No, I'm an Aquarius and I don't know.
Oh, you're quite sassy.
Am I? Don't sass me, boy.
Barry, growing up on the mean streets of Brookville, knife in one hand, nagging in the other, it must have been tough. Tell us about your understanding of quantum mechanics.
Does anybody understand quantum mechanics?
We do.
Well, you're much older than me, and you went to college. I haven't gone to college, no.
There you go. You were recently awarded the Purple Heart for your active duty in Afghanistan. Tell us about that.
Well, pretty self-explanatory, pretty kick-ass on Call of Duty, so.
Wow, they're just giving those away now, are they? The Purple Hearts. You've stated many times that Yeats is your favourite poet. Could you recite your favourite work of his, and how does that reflect your views on football?
Come on, Michael, you know I can't read. I'm from Brookville, you know this.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a guy called Doug in to do the research. The intern. I can't say he's very good. Don't look at me like that, Doug. You smug son of a bitch, Doug. You know these are wrong. Let's. We're gonna, for Doug's sake, we're gonna power on. This one, Barry. I think you're gonna like this one. It just says "got milk."
It says what?
Just got milk.
Oh no, I don't have any milk. Plenty of beans though.
Plenty of beans. There you go.
Full of beans.
Let's cross.
Cross that off the list.
Barry, you've been known as the quiet man of the league. Why? And also, when?
That's probably just because I have the WhatsApp chat muted, so that's my bad.
Breaking news.
That'll do. Breaking news. Oh my god.
I'm loud in person, but I'm just quiet on social media.
People have compared you to the Guardiola of the Drisbowl. How do you deal with that pressure?
Well, I'm 6-0, so I'm dealing with it.
There you go. Wow. Wow.
Cool as a cucumber.
Wow. Who would you say is your most natural rival in the league?
Natural rival. Well, I'd say Martin, but some people say Michael, and some people being you, Michael.
I like to claim a rivalry. It's good. It's good for divisional banter, I think.
Well, we're the only team in the league that looks like in our division that can win the division.
Oh my god, man! We gotta do it. Our team's it's too crazy. Barry, let's continue. This one we've got a few times. Where did your logo come from?
My logo, that's actually Naheem Hines' great-great-grandfather.
Uh-huh.
And he invented American football.
Okay.
That's interesting.
There you go. Are you aware of a Hawaiian college team that have a very similar logo?
Yeah, no, I've told my lawyer I'm not answering this question.
That's true. His lawyer told me too.
You have to edit that.
It's a good lawyer.
Yeah, he fucking made me sign stuff too. I should have read it. I didn't read it.
No, you never read stuff. Just
No.
sign it.
Small print? Come on, I'm not gonna read small print. That was get to know the coach, Conor. What do you think?
Good segment.
Would you feel you know Barry more now than you did, say, 10 minutes ago?
For me personally, I don't think I could have known Barry any better. We've been through a lot.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to expand on that?
no.
No. Okay. So okay, Barry. While we have you here, we're gonna move on to the next matchup, which happens to be yours. Do you wanna hang around for this one?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's roll with it.
From the 25-yard line. Play action. Holmes steps up, going deep. Downfield, wide open again is Hill. Inside the 30. Hill down the sideline. Hill all the way.
Going all the way across. Yes, there's a safety in the middle of the field, but he's so fast he gets on
That was
the other
Tyreek
side
Hill
of
for
it.
the Warriors as they continued their undefeated start to the season. The Warriors came back late in the game to steal it away from the Crusaders in a 121-15 affair. The Warriors looked to be in trouble at halftime in the Pats Chiefs game, but standout performances from Mahomes and Hill made sure they maintained their undefeated status. What a fall from grace for the current holders of the Driss, who now find themselves bottom of a tight Luther with just under half the season gone. They will look to bounce back against the Zebra Killers next week. Barry, let's talk about the game.
Yeah, boy.
What was your mindset throughout the game? How were you feeling? Were you confident throughout? I'm sure you were shaky at some point, surely.
No, I was not confident whatsoever. I actually went to bed pretty early.
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah, but then I woke up and I had 117 points and I was like, this can't be happening.
Oh yeah, that was the Sunday night, the Patriots Chiefs game. Yeah.
Martin was saying loads of stuff, asking how I was feeling. I was just like, oh, I hate when he does this. I hate when you get so confident.
Yeah, it's got those goddamn fucking Chiefs players. It's Mahomes. That's your team there. Mahomes, Hill,
Tyreek.
and Kamara. They're your three standout boys. You shouldn't. It's not fair to have those three boys.
Well, you have to think about my man Thielen as well, though.
Yeah, he's had over 100 receiving yards in the first 6 games of the season, which is like a record.
Absolute beast.
Yeah.
Nearly half your points came from your Kansas City players.
49% to be exact.
Oh, he brought his own stats.
Very good.
He said he was the stat man.
Yeah.
Oh, he just stole your stat man.
Shit.
I'm a stat man. I'm a stat
Oh, you gotta get new thing.
One of my new segment that you.
Oh my god. You just got yourself a sweet new sound thing drop.
Barry Hines, job of the week.
You're stealing Rob's job of the week now too. So what else happened here? Zach Ertz is a great tight end for you. He's been super consistent all year.
Yeah, I mean, like the last few weeks as well, he's just been kicking ass. Like especially against Dell last week, he just last drive of the game, he got like I think he got like 40 or 50 yards and a touchdown. So
Oh my god.
that came for me as well.
You got so many guys who just do a job. Like even Bobby Woods. And I know I talk shit about Bobby Woods every week, but I'm off the talking shit train. I'm on board with Bobby Woods. He's a good guy. No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. You'll go harder now.
Nah, you don't like him at all.
No, we're cool now. We're cool.
I'll have to bench him next week now.
Your running backs didn't do too well today. Adam Jones, is it Adam Jones? And Naeem, your boy Hines. They only got
Aaron Jones, yeah.
7-6 combined.
Speaking of that, I have a stat about it.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a stat man.
Man, running backs outscored mine by 42 points.
Oh my god. And you still beat him.
I know, yeah. But in fairness, the kicker did only score 0 points. And I say he only scored 0 points. He didn't score any points.
Yeah.
That's true. So that's really kind of what it came down to, because his wide receiver and tight end didn't do anything. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
So if his kicker had just, put in a fucking... Who's that? Tennessee. Oh, yeah, that's what killed him.
Even just a couple of field goals could have made a difference there.
Yeah, 2 field goals. Would have just won it from. That would have been the tightest game in history.
But even with your 2 main running backs not doing anything, you still put up the second highest score of the league. Just talks about how good that team is.
Yeah, and you did that without Alvin Kamara, and you didn't play Juju, who scored 13 points too. And also you have Leonard Fournette, who God knows what's going on with him.
He's still alive.
And you got Kenny G too. Oh, and Deshaun Watson. Although he had a horror day.
It's just why I didn't play him. I had him in until I think 3 o'clock or something on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
So that was big, like.
Oh my god. So many tight things. Alright, let's talk about Martin's team really quick. So he had Andrew Luck, had a good game. Oh, Melvin Gordon. I looked up, he's the number 2 running back after Gurley. He's so good. He's just putting consistent numbers up the whole time.
Got a stat on that?
Oh, here we go.
Do you want to do it
it's
now?
save
it for the
stat battle. Just keep going now. I'm gonna just drop the stat thing in.
Just keep dropping it in.
Yeah.
Anytime it's stat bench.
I'm a stat man.
So Gordon so far this year has scored 22.66% of Martin's team's total.
Oh yeah,
which seems to be a lot.
Nearly what's that? Over a fifth.
It's over a fifth. Yeah,
fifth of his points.
Nearly a quarter.
Jesus,
it's crazy. If it wasn't for that, where would he be?
Fucking stat battle. Whoa! Tariq Cohen looks like he's gonna do a job for Martin now as an RB2. That's 2 or 3 consistent performances. Antonio Brown had a decent game, but again, to no use. Gordon had a quiet game, but he got 420, so you got to take that and you got to be happy with that.
That's Jordan. I couldn't see you get 420.
Oh God, I didn't even put that together.
Who else would get 420?
That's so good.
He's gonna have a drug test coming out after.
Oh, 100%. He was like 420. I'm done. I'm off. Vontez scaffolding looked like he could have put you in trouble if he got a touchdown late on.
Oh, I was watching the game.
If he got a touchdown, if he got a touchdown, he would have fucked you.
Literally, because I would have been celebrating and I would have been crying. So I'm so happy seeing Devontae Adams just with that grab at the end.
Yeah, me too. Although at that point, we'll get into it later on. But John wasn't going to win. So then Martin's bench was pretty stacked. He had Manny Sanders, Allen Robinson, Peterson, Wentz, Corey Clement. So if he'd played Clement, he would have won. If he had played Peterson, I don't think he would have won.
Play Clement though, but
yeah, if you put Scantling in as wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you wouldn't have done that. That would have been a crazy thing to do. We all would have laughed at him.
But he didn't do it. I still won, okay?
And if he'd played Allen Robinson, he would have won too. And if he'd played Manny Sanders. Essentially, if he'd played any wide receiver.
If I had Todd Gurley, I would have won by even more.
Yeah, if buts and maybes make a house made of clay, is that?
I don't think that's it anyway. A phrase.
We'll chalk that one up to a win. So Barry, you're looking good for the season. I assume your aims are to face me in the
week 11.
Yeah, we play week 11, is it?
That's gonna be the final.
That's a big one. Well, I guess if I'm honest, no matter what happens, I think we'll end up playing each other in the stringer divisional thing.
I'm probably gonna trade away half of his team again. So
yeah.
I don't think he's going to catch up on us.
So week 11. See, because I was looking at you, I don't know that you're. So here's another stat. So many stats today. So next week you play John, who's without his number 1 quarterback and number 1 running back, and then the following week I can't remember who you're playing, but they are also without their number 1 quarterback, and I'm like, when are you going to face someone?
Danny.
Is it Danny? Yeah, and he doesn't have his.
He doesn't have Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Or Philly Rivers.
Oh, both of them. Oh my God. So I don't know when you're going to lose a game until you get to maybe me in week 11, which would equal Richie's record. Yeah. So you would have to get past me to beat Richie's record. Oh,
That could be big.
And then,
Damn.
if I continue to win all my games up to that, that would then be me getting equal head-to-head with you. So it will go to
And then
points.
it'll be down to scores, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be it. That could be the decider.
Oh, yeah. Oh. The build-up. Let's start this. I'm gonna throw a fucking trolley through a bus in Brookville or something now and get the hype train going.
Make some racist comments.
Let's go.
There you go. That's how you make the money, Conor. That's how you make millions. Barry, it's been lovely to have you.
It's been great being on the show, lads. Yeah, not gonna lie, I've been wanting to be on it for a while, but
There we go.
Yeah, we got the guests lining up these days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With
Well,
a hot
everyone-
ticket in town.
Everyone wants to get their viewpoints out. It's just us talking shit. They're like, no, lads, you're all wrong. Let me tell you what. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just kind of keep getting people on a regular enough basis.
So
And people can do
We've
it.
had 2 coaches already, so there's 6 people left
Yeah, it's
one-
going to be tough to get on 6.
every week.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Barry, it's been lovely to have you. Thank you for coming.
cheers, lads. Thanks very much.
Any last statements before you go?
Nope.
Perfect.
Good.
All right.
I'd like to hear.
Till next time. Till week 11.
Till week 11. All right. Cheers.
Shotgun. On a give. Mixon powers through. Touchdown, Bengals. The Cardiac Cats.
All right. That was J-Mix with the score as the Reggae Sharks add another win to a stretch of 3 undefeated games. Cam, D-Hop and the Ravens D helped finish off the Dragons as the Sharks maintain Coach Shawla's amazing record of starting slow before going on big runs. The Dragons were hoping that last week's win over the Titans would kickstart their season, but will be comforted in the fact that they still only remain 1 game off what is surely the last stringer playoff position. Alright, Conor, let's talk about this game.
First thing, just want to mention, is Shauna, again, 3rd lowest scoring team.
Yeah,
Still won.
she still won.
She has an extremely good record of not being able to beat teams, but still beating them anyway.
Yeah, so out of, I think it's something like 6 by 9, 54 games, or 54 like potential variations or
Yeah.
whatever. She's only would have won 12 of them, and of those 12 she won 3 of them. So it's crazy. It's like, is she magic?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Shauna, if you're magic, please leave a comment below.
She plays to her strengths. I was trying to load it up here, but it's not working, so fuck it.
Yeah, so like every year she just starts slow, and then she's like, all right, I gave you guys enough head start.
Now I'm playing.
Now I'm playing, and she's just wrecking shop again. All right, so let's look at Shawla's team. So Cam Newton is a star.
Yeah.
D-Hop is a star.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Mixon looks like he's going to be a star.
Yeah.
The Ravens D are legit.
That was a good game by them, yeah.
And suddenly Shauna is now 3-3 and right in the mix in the Luther now. And you know, who would bet against her at this point in at
Yeah.
least making one of the 2 playoff spots? So then you're looking at Martin, John Odell. Oh no, like you can't rule Sean out. Because that team is strong and it looks like it's going to do consistent. Like Martin's made some moves now, so maybe we got to see. It's too early to tell. Go back
Yeah, I
to
think
call back
this
to
is-
week 1. Too early to tell.
Definitely seems to be a high trading year.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
think
I
so.
can't really remember last year or any of the other years prior to that, but I don't seem to remember this many trades.
I was usually quite a heavy trader, but I have no need really for the most part. So
See,
I
you
haven't.
never know what might happen.
yeah, so it's been an interesting trade. No one's done too badly out of it, I don't think.
Except Rob.
No, well, it's still yet to be seen. We don't know. It hasn't worked out yet, but we don't know. To give Rob his dues.
Why would we be giving him Jewish people?
No, it's the way I say Jews. You know?
Jews? Orange juice?
Jews.
Yeah, I'm picking him up in the waiver. Don't give him him.
What else happened with Sean's team? TJ Yeldon looks like he had a quiet game, but he'll probably do better in the future. And Shadon McCoy looks like he's kind of getting back to what looks like a player. Corey Davis is still not a wide receiver. I would have on my a whole fucking thing squad. He's no good. Jordan Reed, I think, is having a quiet enough season, but you know, he could kick off at any time. And Shauna's bench, there's nothing on her bench, which I imagine did wonders for her coaching.
Although you did have Westbrook there.
D.D. Westbrook, 10
yeah.
points for the Jags. And that was a terrible game against Dallas. Oh, we'll have to get into that.
Oh, yeah. Who was there? Jags defense? It's you?
I have,
We'll get into it there.
yeah.
That was something I wanted to mention.
So, Richie's team. So, what do we think about Richie's team? Was last week a flash in the pan? Is he back to good old bad Richie?
I don't know, because he started the year being one of the highest scorers.
Yeah.
And then...
This is kind of what I said, though. Like, you know, when you're scoring high, you want to be playing teams you can beat, and he didn't. And now he's getting to a point where he's not scoring.
Yeah. But he scored high last week against me. And this week, he just decides to be the lowest scoring team.
Yeah, nothing worked out for him.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, like he only picked up Goff, didn't he? Or was that last week?
I think he picked up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Just did nothing with the Chargers. I don't know. Don't know what to say.
Nothing.
He didn't throw a touchdown, even though they won.
Yeah, well, that was Gurley. Gurley just ran riot.
Yeah.
Carlos Hyde did nothing. Chris Carson did nothing. Julio is allergic to touchdowns. It's like he's never going to score another one again. So that's definitely hurt Richie, because like 143 yards is really good. Throw a touchdown on top of that, you're laughing. I mean, he's still losing because the rest of the team sucked. But Stephon Diggs 420.
Got our second one of the week. That's
the second 420.
Yeah,
it's a sign.
And cannabis becomes legal here tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow. Yeah. So congratulations to all of us.
Get moving over here, guys. You're missing out.
So Stephon Diggs he's like in, you know, as Canada is legalizing it in 2 days.
Wanted to honour that.
Yeah. Give me no more points. The tea kettle only got 3. You like that one? It's tough to say.
Could be better.
What's the? Is there a long way of saying kettle? The tea pot.
No, I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll workshop it. We'll workshop it. Edelman, I think he's going to do good going forward now, because Tom's just going to give him the ball, and Edelman he's a great guy. What's to say about Richie's bench that hasn't already been said about war crimes?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like,
I assume most of these have to be injuries. Injuries and buys.
I don't know enough about it, but Drew Brees, in fairness, he was on a bye. That's, you know.
And Will Slutz was on a bye.
Like maybe 20 points extra you could have got there. Still wouldn't win you the game, though.
Alright. That's it.
That was a shit game. Do better next week.
Do better next week, both you guys. Although, good work, Sean.
Here we go. Starting the 4. Hand off to Elliott. And he is in for the touchdown.
Here he is, Zeke, getting fed right here. It's his time of the game to close it out. And you ain't
it was Zeke Elliott with the points that guaranteed the win for the Aztecs against the Zebra Killers with a 105 to 69 point win. Brady, Elliott and Keenan Allen were just some of the players to make big contributions to the Aztecs, turning over a 3-game losing streak. The Zebra Killers fall to a 3-game loss streak, with Coach Fay reportedly spiralling. Cousins and the Texans D were only 2 players to score over 10 points in a game the Killers would sooner forget. Conor, I gotta work one of those things in. Where do you want to start with this game?
Start with Dell.
You want to start with Dell?
Start with Dell's antics of Sunday night.
Oh, of course. Breaking news.
He was obviously nervous about this match.
Yeah.
So
he fell off the wagon.
He drank to numb the pain. Turns out he didn't need to.
No. It went from a numbing of pain to a celebration of win.
To a realisation that he never wants to drink again.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I also haven't heard from him, so
no.
I assume he's dead.
Yeah. Good chance,
Someone
decent
else
chance.
in the league, please let us know of the funeral arrangements.
Thank you. That was just a moment.
Danny, do a pod.
That was just a moment's silence.
To remember Dell?
To remember Dell.
Okay.
But his team went out and they won it from.
Yeah.
It helped that the Patriots do well. Like we said, when they do well, Dell will do well.
Yeah, he was looking for a blowout, or not a blowout, but a big scoring match in the Patriots versus the Texans or the Chiefs, and he got it.
He got it. A lot of implications, fancy implications from that one game. Zeke Elliott is going to continue to be consistent, I would assume. I think he's as good as like the top running backs, like Gurley and all them. So he should be up there. So he's gonna. It's been weird that he hasn't. So I think he's gonna do better going forward now, and I think he's gonna get up and continue to get like fucking 25 points and shit like that. Keenan Allen, you would hope, is also gonna do that. Keenan Allen likes to do these things where he's like, I don't like touchdowns, and then he's like, I like all the touchdowns every week. Give them to me nonstop, and I'll go like 8 games and just get a touchdown in each of them. So you don't know, so you can't drop him or trade him. Well, you could trade him, but who knows? Sammy Watkins, he's going to be, was it famine or feast, I believe the term is, Conor? Where do you fall on that?
The feast side, definitely.
Yeah, nice.
Lower risk of death.
Yeah. And famine, obviously, I mean, we dealt with our fair share of famines, historically speaking, not personally.
Of course.
No, thankfully.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we haven't. A moment's silence for the famine. Gronk had a good game for Dell. I know he's been looking for Gronk to get going. The subplot of this game, obviously, Conor, was the Denver running back situation. Royce the 5'9" against Lindsey Bluth.
Mm-hmm.
So Rob lost the war, but he won the battle.
Yeah.
So that's, you can take that home, take it to the bank, cash it in for.
Well, no, because people who lose wars end up having to pay for them.
Reparations.
Yeah, that's happened. Germany in the World War One.
Which actually what caused World War Two was.
I was just going to say that. So Rob is going to be causing World War Two next week. So if you're playing Rob,
watch out!
Don't accept the shower from him.
Watch out!
That was a bizarre little soliloquy.
Dell got the butt kicker. Dell has the butt kicker. Got 16 points. He likes to reminisce about the good old days when he had. I think is it Will Sluts he had, and he's like, oh, I shouldn't have dropped sluts, but maybe he's just talking about women.
That's a fair life coaching statement for all. Don't drop sluts.
Don't drop sluts.
If you have sluts,
keep them. Hold on to them.
Don't put a ring on it.
2 in the hand is worth 1 in the bush.
2 hands in the bush? What?
It's a thinker. Alright.
Yes. I had actually a stat on Dell.
Oh, continue, yeah.
I'm a stat man.
His Sunday night game counted for 55% of his points.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
Good work, Dell. He likes to do his work on Sunday nights. I'm going to give Dell some credit as well, that he's getting stuck into the NFL, pretty hardcore this year.
Yeah,
like,
I think the pod's helping him.
I think
it's helping me, certainly. Keep up on top of things.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear you guys. Yeah, because he's watching all the games and stuff now too as well. I guess you're watching a lot of them as well now.
Well, I watched a lot of Red Zone last year.
Yeah.
Keeping up. I'm writing my notes as it's on.
Yeah. Well, I guess the pod, because you're you're obligated to
research.
know what you're talking about out here. So it's good, yeah. So everyone who doesn't know what they're talking about, just get a pod. Yeah.
Shauna and Danny just need to do their own stupid little pod where they talk about how they're little bitches.
I'd listen to that. Alright, Conor, Rob's team.
This is what happens when you trade away your best player.
Yeah. Which was a strange move. Why would you trade away James Connors? Because the way I saw it was James Connors is one of those guys, who turns up and you're like, oh, you turned up out of nowhere. You're one of my boys. Welcome into my stable of young boys. And then you keep him in a stable of your boys.
Wait, who did he get? He got Lynch. And who was the other person?
He got Carry On My Wayward Son.
Oh, yeah. What was he on a body?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I'm saying we don't know. Carry On My Wayward Son could come out and just ball out next week. Who knows? That was a quiet game for Beast Mode. So after week 1, it's too soon to tell.
Yeah.
Call back to season 1 or episode 1 of this season, and also call back to about 10 minutes ago when I said it. It's too soon to tell.
It's always too soon to tell. Until the season's over, then
we can break it down. But then nobody cares anymore.
I don't know, I'm looking forward to our post-season pod.
Oh,
it's going to be a long one.
It's 9 months of trying to fill stuff.
It's going to be Titanic length.
Just going to have to transfer to another different type of pod. So Kirk Cousins had a quiet game. Lynch didn't show up. Jay Howe, it's not looking good for Jay Howe in Chicago. He's not putting up big points, and now Tariq Cohen is getting touches, so Rob might be boned a little bit there. Jarvis Landry, you're kind of waiting on the Browns to get into a groove, but I think if they do, he'll do well. But they're playing the Chargers this week, and Chargers are they're a legit team. Yeah. Although people say that every year. Everyone's like, Chargers are a great team, and then they get like 19,000 injuries, and then they stop being good.
Well,
so just wait for the 19,000 injuries. Will Fuller is another feast or famine guy who Rob very rarely eats with. Is that a good workaround with that analogy, would you say? Yeah.
I like it.
Nice. Took that one off, Conor.
It's a new drop.
New drop! New name of the show. Megatron Olsentron. He's back. Again, it was his first game back. I think he'll probably see more action going forward. Rob's team.
If only he had played Stephon Diggs or Josh Gordon, he would have got the automatic win because he got 69 points.
Wait, what?
Fortunate. If he got 69 points.
Yeah. So if he
had played with somebody who got 420.
Yeah, automatic win, and Dell couldn't even hold that against him.
Yeah.
That's legit.
I think Dell would be supported that.
Should we campaign to make that an actual rule?
Oh yeah, I thought it was an actual rule.
No.
Oh, okay. No,
I think this is the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, if someone has a player that scores 420 and scores 69 points, they get the win. I feel maybe put it to a vote in the group.
Yeah. Well, we have no power anymore. I relinquished all power.
You still have the power if you wanted it.
Well, of course, I have the power. Of course I have the power. You think I'm going to give up the power?
Admin rights.
If you give up the power, are you crazy?
A little shadowy government figure in the background.
Just if anything funny happens, you know who did it. Maybe keep your mouth shut the next time. Is what I'm saying.
I'm Mitch McConnell
of John's Trump. I'm the Boris Johnson to John's May.
You're the Putin to the world.
What's that?
Yeah.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Rob being trash.
So who look, I'm not going to go through the possibilities of maybe Rob's bench being good. Like Ingram, I think he counted on him as a tight end and he's been injured, I think. Dalvin Cook, he counted on him as running back and he got injured. Kerryon Johnson, you're going to hope that he can do a job. Like if Kerryon Johnson is the real deal and Dalvin Cook is the real deal, well, you know, if he gets fit. Then you got some running backs on the go, beast mode and stuff. He could do with a wide receiver, I think. Could our Rob?
He could hit the trading block or the waiver wire.
Yeah.
There's options.
I don't think there's any worry that Rob might make some moves.
It's going to be a completely different team next week. Every week it's going to be completely different.
Just a new team. Yeah. And he'll see what sticks.
Just a little stat while we're here.
Yeah.
Over half his points were scored by his QB in defence.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. Looking at his points and the rest of his team. I'd just like to get that in there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I'm the stat man.
I'm a stat man.
Such a good drop.
It's so good.
Alright, let's move on.
Rodgers to the end zone, wide open Adams.
That was Devontae Adams with the touchdown as the Minions get over the line in what was looking like a tight matchup, right until the news that Matt Breida would be starting. The former Million Breida had been questionable heading into the match, which forced the Cougars into playing his backup Alfred Morris. Regardless, the match was likely out of sight by the end of the last matchup as Devontae Adams brought in 2 touchdowns and 102 receiving yards to secure a 132-115 win. Good game, Conor.
It was a good game. I thought it was going to be... I wrote down here in my notes from Sunday afternoon. Upset of the year.
Imagine, yeah, because
he took all his picks.
Yeah, I took all his picks and he would have won. Yeah,
that would have been good.
Because I don't think enough was made about our matchup or whatever. That it was because it's the only time we'll play each other unless we meet in the final again now.
Yeah, which could happen. I wouldn't rule it out.
So it went. I have in my notes here. I was worried.
I was not worried at all for either of you.
You didn't care.
Why would I be?
I guess you'd be rooting for John, maybe.
No.
That you'd maybe claw for
I've
3 games.
supported my old friend, that player that I traded to, who I can't remember.
Marius Thomas in the Vikings defense?
Sure.
Yes.
Good work, Vikings.
Let's begin at the end. So John needed Alfred Morris
to score.
Yeah, I needed Adams to get 9 points more than Alfred Morris got. Fortunately, Alfred Morris got 0 points, which made my life a lot easier. But even into like the third quarter or whatever, he hadn't touched the ball, and I was still like, if he comes on, he could get a touchdown, and then I'm fucked. But he didn't, and I don't know why I was worried. But Adams just went on, and he took it home.
Yep, it's a good game by him.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Like, look at the top 3 players on each team. Like, I know Dalton only got 17 and Ben got 20, but like then after that, like Gurley 34, and then he comes up with Lat Murray getting 21, and then Barkley gets 28, and fucking James Conner gets 24.
Yeah, high scoring game.
Just fucking taking shots at each other. And then the rest of my team kind of struggled. Like that Jags defense getting like negative 1 point.
I don't know what happened there. 40 points. Dallas
didn't even look like a proper team up until like literally Sunday. So they just shat the bed. Kai Fairbairn, the Care Bear.
Oh, that's who you were referencing.
Yeah, of course. The Care Bear, Fairbairn.
Okay.
He got 8 points. So
fine for a kicker.
Yeah, well,
it's not 21 points, but
last week I got -1, so I'll take it. Kelsey had one of his quiet games, which worked out okay for me because the Pats won. So
still an alright score for a tight end.
And Calvin Ridley got injured, so he only got 4.7. I think he would have got a lot more if he'd stayed fit or if he'd stayed on the field.
Is he out now? Is he?
No, I think he's going to be back for next Monday or whatever.
So him or Sonny Michel? The eternal question.
I'm never going to get it right.
Questions that have plagued mankind for years.
For decades.
Why are we here? Who is God? Should I play Sonny Michel or Calvin Ridley?
I think I'm going to go with Sonny Michel next week. The Pats are playing the Bears, but Sonny's getting so many touches. Like, he got 22 points. I think that's 3 weeks now that he's gotten like double-digit points.
You also had Alshon Jeffrey there on the bench. Putting up big points, not that you need it.
No, I don't even know that Alshon Jeffrey is going to feature in my team at all this year. He'd be a starting wide receiver 1 for at least half of the teams.
People scrambling to get him.
Someone give me a quarterback.
Any Dalton.
I have Dalton and Russell Wilson. So I'm waiting for Russell Wilson to get good because I know he will. And he put up 18 points last week and 20 points this week. So he's trending in the right direction.
I'll see how Trubisky does in his Rodgers bye week. You never know. You could have Aaron Rodgers in your team.
Alright, well, I'll hold you to that.
No collusion.
There's no collusion.
I will. So what else happened with John's team then? Beckham was quiet, like we said. He didn't even get 420, so it's like, what the fuck, ODB?
Should have run 2 less yards.
Tyler Lockett scared me as well at one stage because he like got fucking a big touchdown out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And it was Wilson who threw it to him too. Eric Ebron is being one of the best tight ends in football at the minute. Just doing so good.
He was only picked up by John as well. John went through a couple of tight ends, didn't he? He'd Kittle at one stage and someone else.
Yeah, he had someone else, yeah. And then, of course, Alfred Morris with his 0 points. Vinatieri with 10, and the Vikings with 13. So, like, such a strong... 2 teams scored 115 points this week and lost.
Yeah.
Martin and John, they both got 115 and they both lost.
John, oh no, hang on. John with the 3rd highest score. No, 4th highest. Sorry. So the 2 highest scoring players played the 3rd and 4th highest scoring players. And it's reasons like that why Shauna is 3-3.
Yeah. All the good teams just taking the lumps out of each other, and Shauna just skirting by now.
Play the least scoring team.
Just playing the shittest team every week. Oh, Shawnee, tiny bitch genius. Okay, so Conor, let's have a look at the divisions. So let's look at the Luther first. So at the Luther we have Danny at 4-2, then 3 teams on 3-3, and then Martin on 2-4. So there's only 2 games in, like, top to bottom. So Danny looked like he was going to storm away, and now suddenly he's getting dragged right back into the mix.
He's on a losing streak.
If we look at the head-to-heads and stuff like that as well in the divisions... So the reason that Dell is top at the minute is because he beat both the Cougars and the Reggae Sharks. So that's why he's top. So he's got a head-to-head over those 2 teams. So that's good for Dell. Good work, Dell. And then John beat Shauna. So that's why he's second, I do believe. And then Shauna and Richie, or Shauna and Martin. So Conor, early predictions. What what's going to happen here?
It's a good question.
It's nearly halfway through the league. Let's get some midway predictions.
John is at one of the highest scoring teams the last 2 weeks. Sean is hitting her stride. Martin's making moves in the trading block. Danny...
Do you think Danny will just get a spot? Do you think his team is strong enough to just maintain a constant...
Like you said, there's only 2 games from top to bottom.
Alright, give me some predictions though. I'm gonna go... I'm gonna give John the win because I'm gonna cheer for him.
I'm gonna say John as well.
I'm gonna
say Martin gets in third.
I'm gonna go John, Danny, Shauna.
Okay, I'm gonna go John, Shauna, Martin.
Okay,
big move.
So nobody has Dell getting in at the minute.
Let's have a quick look at his team.
He's very dependent on the Patriots.
Yeah, he has a good team though.
Marlon Mack is going to be starting now as well. Keenan Allen hopefully get good again.
Zeke hitting his stride. Doug Baldwin, just get rid of him.
Oh yeah, you got another cursed player there in Doug Baldwin. Okay, so let's have a look at the stringer then. So the stringer we got
is a much more mixed bag.
I would say yeah.
Tale of 2 divisions. In one.
It's funny because remember at the start of the year everyone was like, oh, this is the Stringers year this year, look at all those strong teams. And other than me and Baz, there's 4 wins for the 3 other teams combined. Baz is 6-0, I'm 5-1, then Rob is 2-4, and you and Richie are 1-5. Me and Barry are gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Barry can make it in like 3 or 4 weeks' time. He can like guarantee a spot.
Yeah, I would have thought even less, considering how far back some of us are.
Yeah, so
not naming any names,
but literally everyone other than me. And then
Barry's divisional record, it's extremely good, isn't it?
Barry's?
Yeah.
Well, it's 4-0.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost yet.
Oh yeah.
He's played. Yeah.
Okay.
So. Essentially, what I was saying to him is that I don't know when he's going to lose again. So let's go through his fixtures. So he's got John, who doesn't have his starting quarterback or his starting running back. He's got Danny, who doesn't have either starting quarterback. Then he's got you. I hope you ain't Conor.
What week is that?
That's I don't know. Week
9. Okay, so when I'm playing him, I don't really have anyone on a bye. Tyler Boyd.
Just Tyler Boyd, yeah.
These teams obviously could change. He has Zach Ertz and Jake Elliott.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's go with Jake Elliott and Lenny Fournette, but God knows what Lenny Fournette's story is. So who does he have on his bench then as well to replace those people?
Yeah, he's got Juju, Sean Watson, Galladay. Yeah, he has pretty much his strongest team.
Yeah, so who knows? After you, he plays Rob. God knows what Rob's team will look like. Then he plays me, then he plays Richie, and then he plays Shauna. So Shauna could probably trip him up at the end, but I think the big match is me against him, week 11. I have to win all my games. I have to beat him in that game, and then it'll be top scorer wins the stringer. But I gotta hold up my end of the bargain. I gotta win all my games because I don't know if he's gonna lose another one.
Oh, this is your string of games.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I should win. So there's Danny next week, then Shauna, then Del, then Richie, then Barry, then you, then Rob.
Nothing certain.
Nothing certain?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, no certain wins?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely there's a couple of certain wins.
Okay. Well, I mean, you never know. You could have an injury on your team.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm pretty sure I can also win all my games.
Yeah.
And I should do. Gotta see what happens next week against Danny. Because if I lose that, then it's all fucked. Then it's no good. But we gotta build up to week 11. That's gonna be... gotta build a hype.
Like
Conor, I gotta win all my
Sunday.
games. Yeah, that's gonna be a huge game.
You can't overuse it like Sky do when fucking Watford are playing Leicester.
Yeah. Well, we might do.
Watford versus Leicester. It's Sky Super Sunday.
So chalk it in week 11, you guys. So you have lost all of your division games.
What a surprise.
Yeah, that's fair. So yes, you're 0-4. Rob is 2-2, and Richie is 1-3. Yeah, so you're in a bad position. You got to start winning divisional games. You got to start winning games. Full stop.
Nah.
You happy where you are? You good?
Pretty much, yeah.
So,
well, I can't be kicked out of the league now because I've won a game. So
yeah, that's true.
I can do whatever I want with impunity.
Rob,
I can invite, rogue journalists into my embassy and kill them and just face no repercussions.
Well, it was an interrogation of Rob. What
do you expect from me?
What could you do? Rob's 2 wins are against you and Richie, so he's already in a good position, good spot. Is our Rob?
Yeah, but he's lost 3 in a row. So
But he has lost 3 in a row, and he traded away his best players.
I just need to win more games than him. And
it doesn't matter.
Matchups just don't matter. Yeah.
When do you play, Rob? So that's the same. That's the same week as me and Barry. Oh, spicy.
What? Are you trying to, can conjure a rivalry between me and Rob?
I mean, there should be. It should be you, you fucking Rob and Richie all take a lump set of each other now.
No, I'm going to win 2 more games in a row. He's going to lose 2 games in a row, and I'll be ahead of him.
Yeah, but
3 and 5. Closing in on Dell.
What are you closing in on Dell?
Because he's going to lose. In terms of the league.
Oh yeah, the league doesn't matter.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does to me.
If you get higher in the thing, but you still don't win your division, you're fucked. You still don't make the playoffs.
Look, I'll get Rob drunk, and then he'll give me his best player.
That does sound like Rob. So Conor, predictions on the stringer. Who?
Okay. I think 1 and 2 is going to be Michael and
probably Rob.
I'm gonna be controversial and say Barry.
You're gonna say Barry?
Yeah.
Who's 1 and 2?
Barry won.
Fuck.
You're not winning all your games. Barry might win all his games. Barry might go undefeated.
Why would Barry go undefeated and I not win any more games?
Because Barry's gonna beat you.
Nah. No. Oh, sorry, Bob. Let's go. Week 11. I'm sorry, everyone else I got to beat along the way. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry, Shauna. I'm not sorry, Shauna. You fucking bitch.
In terms of who comes third, it's a mystery. I'm gonna throw my hat into my own corner.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got to back yourself.
Yeah. I'm making some moves, trading some players, getting rid of some dead weight.
It's 4 weeks. 4 weeks. 1 week down. Oh, we should make this a thing. Where it's like out intra-divisional month. So intra-divisional month. Week 1 is down in the books. Pencil that in to the diaries. Conor, what did you make of intra-divisional month, week 1?
Good.
Worked out well for you.
Yeah.
To some eyes.
It's an interesting place for me to start winning. When I'm not playing my divisions, but look,
win is a win. Is a win.
I don't want to blame it all on Antonio Brown, but he was a negative
impact on the dressing room.
He had some bad juju.
Bad juju. Oh, I see what you did there.
Bad Smith Houston.
Oh,
yeah, as the Jamaican.
That was less so.
Yeah. I did. That was unintended the first time. I meant it as in like the Jamaican, spirits. Yeah. You got that bad juju. Don't put that in. That's racist.
I don't know. Have you any stats left?
Oh yeah, I did have a stat actually. I meant to say it in your game, and I forgot.
Hit me.
Similar to Martin's Melvin Gordon stat. So far this year, Barkley and Gurley have scored 38% of your team's scores.
Nice.
That's a high scoring team. So where would you be without them?
Probably still quite high.
I don't know. Maybe not that high. Maybe down in Danny's level.
Danny's level. You know what I mean, Danny's level. Poor Danny. Danny, we must get you on the show sometime. Get your people to talk to my people. My people is Conor.
I don't talk to people, so
we'll get Doug on it.
Yeah. My name is Doug. I've just met you, and I love you.
Email Doug for any inquiries about the show. Email Doug at dougmail.Doug. So that's the show, you guys. Congratulations for listening. Any of the prize winners, please get in touch.
Email Doug.
Email Doug at dougmail.Doug. It's been a fun week. 6 6 games are done. More to follow, 7, I believe.
Yeah.
So nearly halfway. Cards on the table. We had like a midway award ceremony planned, but we didn't do it. So we might do it next week, or we might be lazy and not do it.
Yeah, we can do it next week. There's nothing to send me next week.
Everyone send us award ideas and your nominations for them. I'll send out some too, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't,
well, then you'll have wasted your time listening to it.
Yeah, well, come on, you guys.
You're the fool.
Yeah, Jesus. So that's
we're rolling here in that YouTube ad revenue money.
Oh, it's rich.
I'm gonna buy the CN Tower in Toronto.
So that's it. Join us next week when we do that thing we said we might do, and remember to always walk home in groups. Be safe out there, you guys. It's a scary world. Conor?
Yeah, walk home safe. Get home safe. Walk home.
Walk hard. And that's it. Goodbye. See you all soon. And join us next week for more Bat Adventures. Bat Champ.